Hello everyone.
Welcome back to Physical Education class 12th. Today we will discuss about chapter number 4 Physical Education and Sports for CWSN. CWSN means Children with Special Need Divyang. Today my topic is disorder and discuss about two types of disorder, ADHD and SPD. Meaning of disorder. Disorders can be defined as a dissipation caused to the normal functions of a person. Disorder is any element that disturbs the health of a person. Disorders hinder a person's performance and diminish his her efficiency. Disorder appear small in the beginning, but they often grow gradually in a person. Many times a disorder cannot be detected in time, as a result of which a simple disorder transforms into a disability. Disorders includes mental disorders, eating disorder, substance abuse, addiction disorder, attention disorder, extras. Disorders of a human brain have their subtypes too, such as a neurological disorder, hyperactivity disorder, physiological disorder, extras. According to the medical dictionary, disorder is a disturbance of function, structure, or both resulting from a genetic or diseases. Next is types of disorders. Disorder is the five types. First is ADHD, second is SPD, third is ASD, fourth is ODD, and fifth is OCD. This is five types of disorders. Next is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. It is a group of behavior symptoms including hyperactivity. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, is the most commonly diagnosed mental disorder of children. Children with ADHD may be hyperactivity and unable to control their impulses, or they may have trouble paying attention. It's usually discovered during the early school years when a child begins to have problem paying attention. Those who have ADHD have the additional challenge of being hyperactivity, critically hampering their ability to achieve goals. This variant of attention disorder can cause problems in family, school, and social life. It can place great stress on parents, friends, teachers, and other closely connected with the children, according to this picture. Next is symptoms of ADHD in children. First is self focused behavior. A common sign of ADHD is an inability to recognize other people's needs and desires. A child with ADHD may interrupted other people when they are talking. They may have trouble waiting their turn from classroom activity or when playing games with other children. Second is emotional turmoil. A child when ADHD may have defectly keeping emotional in check. They may have outbursts of anger at inappropriate times. Younger children may have temper tantrums. Next is forgetfulness. Children with ADHD often cannot sit still. They may try to get up and run around, forget in their chair when forced to sit. Fourth is unfinished tasks. A child with ADHD may show interest in lots of different things, but they may have problems finishing them. For example, they may start projects or homework but move on the next thing that catches their interest before finishing. Fifth is lack of focus. A children a child with ADHD may have trouble paying attention even when someone is speaking directly of them. They will say they heard you, but they were not too able to repeat back to you what you just said. Next is mistake. Children with ADHD have difficulty following instructions that require playing or executing a plan. This can then lead a careless mistake. What it does not include laziness or a lack of intelligence. Next is daydreams. Children with ADHD are not allowing full of energy, difficulty of to control and loud. Another sign of ADHD is being quieter and less involved than other kids. A child with ADHD may stare into space, daydreams, and ignore what's going on around them. Next point is forgetfulness. Children with ADHD are often forgetful. They usually forget about their daily activities. This is all causes symptoms of ADHD in children. Symptoms in adults. Rest first is restlessness and anxiety. Anxiety is a very common symptoms of adult ADHD as the mind tends to repeatedly worrisome events repeatedly. This leads to restlessness and often causes anxiety attacks. Second is lack of motivation. Adults with ADHD have poor organizational skill and therefore keep postponing their work. This lack of motivation makes it difficult for them to finish projects or their work. Third is poor self image. Adults with ADHD are often hypercritical of themselves, which can lead to a poor self image. Fourth is emotional problems. Adults with ADHD have frequent mood swing. Small frustrations often seem intolerable or bring on depression. Fifth is impulsive behavior. Adults with ADHD tend to be very impulsive. The manifest as being social, inappropriate, rising through tasks extra. Next is disorganization. Life is often chaotic for adults with ADHD due to poor organizational skills. Next is time management problems. Adults with ADHD often have trouble using their time effectively. They may keep postponing important tasks, show up late for important events, extra. Next is causes of ADHD. First is genetics. Attention disorder often run in families, so there are likely to be genetic influences. Studies indicate that 25% of the close relatives in the families of ADHD children also have ADHD, whereas the rate of about 5% in the general population. Many studies of twins now show that a strong genetic influence exists in the disorder. Second is smoking and alcohol. Studies have shown a possible correlations between the use of cigarettes and alcohol during pregnancy and risk of ADHD in the offspring of that pregnancy. Third is disorder and brain injury. Some children who have suffered accidents leading to brain injury may show some sign of behavior similar to that of ADHD. Fourth is food additives and sugar. The symptoms of ADHD get worse by sugar or food additives. In it was found that diet restrictions helps about 5% of children with ADHD, mostly young children who had food allergies. Others possible causes. Various other causes have also been suggested as playing a role in the development of ADHD, including first is being born prematurely before the 37th week of pregnancy. Second is having a low birth weight. Third is brain damage either in the womb or in the first few years of life. Next is sensory processing disorder. This is SPD. Sensory processing disorder is a condition in which the brain has trouble receiving and responding to information that comes in through the sense. In this condition, sensory signals do not get organized into appropriate responses. People with SPD find it difficult to process sensory information, that is, sound, touch, and movement, from the world around them. This means that they may feel sensory input more or less intensity than other people. These people are oversensitive to things in their environment. They misinterpret everyday sensory information such as touch, sound, and movement. Common sounds may be painful or overwhelming. This is according to picture. Next is symptoms of SPD. First is sensory processing disorder may affect one sense like hearing, touch, or taste, or it may affect multiple senses. Second is people can be over or under responding to the things they have difficulties with. Third is in some children, for example, the sound of a leaf blower outside the window may causes them to vomit or dive under the table. They may scream when touched, what other seems unresponsive to anything around them. They may fail to respond to extreme heat or cold or even pain. Fourth point is may children with sensory processing disorder often do not handle change well. They may frequently throw tantrums or have meltdowns. This is symptoms of SPD. Next is causes of sensory processing disorder SPD. First is genetics. Children born to adults who have autism or other spectrum disorder are at higher risk for developing SPD. Second is abnormal brain activity. Children with sensory processing problems have abnormal brain activity when they are similarities respond to light and sound. Third is neurological disorders. Children who suffer Fragrance X syndromes, fetal alcohol syndromes, Down syndromes, ADD, ADHD, and other developmental delays and neurological disorders may have SPD. Fourth point is drug addictions. If mother was a drug addict during fetal development, then the child has a higher risk of suffering from SPD. Fifth point is improving stimulations. Children who do not receive proper stimulation to all senses during development may suffer from SPD. Next is environmental factors. Children who have been exposed to a variety of environmental toxins like lead extras are at the higher risks. Next is last low birth weight. It is also considered as one of causes of SPD. This is all SPD. Thank you very much, students. Any student who feel any doubt or any query, they can call me. And again, we will discuss new topic class of physical education, chapter 4, same disorder types. Today discuss two topics, ADHD and SPD disorder. Next lesson, next video, I discuss ASD, ODD and OCD disorder types. Thank you and have a nice day.